Welcome, Fey Fiends and Far Travelers. I'm here with my Feywild Freelancers for session 24 of our Imbalance in the Blood War campaign. Thanks for joining us as we hunt through the Outer Plane. To start off with a little bit of a recap, last session we concluded Sana's trial hunt by chasing the stag to the base of the Unseelie tree, where the Lady of the Moonless Hunt had caught up to it. As we emerged, the stag took off again, disappearing beneath the roots. We followed it and came up in the center of the tree, where we saw the forgotten bodies of some fallen dryads and the lady in her panther form up in the tree branches. Once we made our way out into the darkened field, we saw the moonwhite stag grazing peacefully, but the feeling of becoming prey began to wash over the party. Before we could move on the moonwhite stag, another enormous stag appeared, pitch black fur sloughing off in some parts, hundreds of antlers protruding from its head. Silence overcame the forest as it approached, and the lady fell to her knees in reverence as it walked through the party one by one, asking each of them their intentions with the white stag. We learned this stag was the embodiment of the silence before time, kin to the creature that lives within Arena. Seemingly pleased with the party's answers, it offered Sana its own antlers in place of those of the white stag, only asking that you kill him in return. With some quick thinking, we realized that the best way to kill silence is with joyful noise, so the party gathered to read stories, sing, play instruments, and slowly sound returned to the forest, and the antlered silence shook free its horns and disappeared into the forest once more alongside the moonwhite stag. The Lady of the Moonless Hunt congratulated you all, opened up Sana's power further, claimed the antlers, and disappeared with the promise of more rewards when you meet her back at court. And that is where we left off. You all stand still in the deepest part of the Unseelie forest, abandoned by the lady and expected to find your way back to court. What are you all doing?
Dude,
Doc is currently staring off into space with an expression of just utter shock on his face.
Well, that was fucking nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I did not expect to meet something so eldritch here in the Fae, but I mean, we have been dealing with a lot of interplanar stuff.
I just want to find that thing and hug it.
I think that time might have come and gone.
I know. But did you see it? That thing was gorgeous.
It was quite impressive. We do have to figure out how to get back, though.
Well, I mean, there's water there, right?
Yeah, you guys are standing in the water.
There is indeed water, so I guess we could boat breach in Fox's bathroom.
We don't have to go to my bathroom. I do have I mean, there is the bathroom. There is also, a nearby pond.
No. I think Arena had the right idea.
I don't know. I feel pretty dirty after this hunt, with how many times my fucking horse got just yoinked out from underneath me and I landed skull first into the mud.
Yeah, but your motorcycle seemed to have a really rough time.
Plus, I'm pretty sure insert name here would like a chance to get another name.
Her name is Top Gun.
Oh, Isabella, are you coming with us?
I truthfully have not thought that far ahead. I suppose I could if you invited me.
Well, Vok, who was it? I think. Do you own Isabella now? How does that work? I'm still a little vague on the Fey workings.
I have no ownership over Isabella.
Well, someone.
Also, I will point out that there is still the tuft of purple fur on Isabella's chest.
Yes. Okay. It was a
yes,
Rena.
yes.
It was a Rena that did that. My bad.
I don't really know what favor to curry from a fox.
Just looking around where we are, by the way, do I see anything that would indicate, like, hey, go this way to go home?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I don't see a mushroom circle.
Perception, there it is. Use guidance? Yeah.
Beautiful. With an 18, I mean, you could try to go back the way that you came, but there's not like a sign that says this way to the office of the Lady of the Moonless Hunt or anything like that.
Arena, I suppose you could call in the favor from Isabella and have have them guide us out.
Well, I would
What is the what?
love to assist with this. I typically am brought where I need to be within the forest by means other than my own. I've never been quite this far.
Also, our 9 loopholes thing, there's nothing here that we need to collect that resonates with that list, right?
I did look over the list actually. As we were winding down from this, I don't think there's anything that this location can satisfy, based on the wording.
Okay.
Then, to Vox bathroom we go.
Alright, let me make sure I got a 3rd level spell. Pretty sure I do.
Arana, you want to make me a little check of some kind? Maybe
Yeah,
just flat
I-
intelligence or arcana or something akin to those.
Sure. As I, as a player, might have missed something. But Arena won't. 27.
27, gorgeous. With a 27, looking over the list of your 9 loopholes, the one that's Midnight, the Hidden Path, a shadow cast by something that no longer exists. This must be collected at midnight only. If it is not, the path itself will never appear, even if your companion knows it. While that doesn't specifically tell you anything in regards to this, you would know that the tree at the center of the Unseelie forest is considered to be true midnight.
Aha. So a shadow cast by something that no longer exists. How do we collect shadow?
Would the dryad corpses inside the tree count? Because they are something left behind by something that is no longer there. Alternatively,
you-
there is the antlers of the silence.
Could we shave a little bit off of the antlers? Would your lady be opposed to this?
I mean, I've already got a little chunk of one.
Oh, well then.
But if
I
the
make
loop
a check.
requires it to be the tree, maybe we could collect a leaf because a
Well,
leaf casts
so
a
it says
shadow.
a shadow cast by something that no longer exists. But it has to be collected if this is considered midnight.
A shadow. Okay, silence no longer exists. And if it is collected here at true midnight, then that chunk of the antler should, by definition, be exactly what we need because it was collected at true midnight. It casts a shadow, and it is from something that no longer exists. Silence no longer exists in this place.
Can I make some kind of like nature check or arcana to determine if this will work?
What is your best of your mental skill? Or no,
Charisma?
I think oh no, I meant sorry, of intelligence. I think Arcana,
Oh.
and I will let you do it at advantage
Okay.
because of the unseelie nature.
Gonna give myself some guidance. D4 is 4. Nice. Arcana.
I'll take another guidance.
And advantage, don't forget.
Is second guidance is 2.
Gorgeous.
28.
For 20. So yeah, 28 total.
Beautiful. And then remind me what exactly your hypothesis is.
A shadow collected at midnight, a shadow cast by something that no longer exists. The
So a
chunk
shadow-
of antler that we have is taken here in this place of true midnight from the silence, which in this place no longer exists.
Mm-hmm.
Would this satisfy the condition?
Technically, yes. So the thing of it is you will have to where is this chunk that you have shaved, Sana?
It'll be in my chest pouch with all my other bits and bobs.
Okay. The part that is currently missing is the containment of the shadow in this space. So, if you are able to put this chunk of antler into some sort of container while its shadow is still being cast underneath of this tree, then don't open it again to quote unquote release the shadow. That would satisfy the condition.
I have a bag of holding.
The issue with
I don't think light can pass in the bag of the holding.
yes, the issue with that is it would send it to a different plane, so therefore would not be harvested here. It would be technically harvested in that other plane.
Does anyone have paint?
Paint?
Yeah, so my idea is we take like one of our empty potion vials, because I'm sure we got some of those floating around. We paint the whole vial black. We put the piece of antler inside the vial, stopper the vial, and then it goes back in my chest.
Beautiful. You have calligrapher's supplies.
I do. Hey.
I have a vial of oil. So I will empty it into my lantern. And offer the vial to Sana to store the antler.
Yeah, so I'll take that. I'll stain it, the glass, so that you can't see through it, and then
Beautiful.
I'll also use the lantern to ensure that a shadow of the antler is cast.
Love that. Making sure that I have no room for loopholes to say, oh, well, you didn't harvest it right.
Also, this lantern is like the size of Vok.
You better be very, very careful with it if you're writing on lore.
Well, lore is twice the size of Vok, so...
Yes.
Doc, I wonder if now that you're first emissary, if you can get a lantern that custom made for your size.
Oh, I mean, I could do that fairly easily as third emissary. But thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna panic now. Being first emissary is an immense responsibility. It is a position of incredible power and will absolutely enable me to help our endeavor more. But it also comes with its own incredible dangers.
Ama, would Arena know if a first emissary ever traveled to her home plane? I don't know, because there has been contact between... This is the Lady of the Moonless Hunt doesn't know about my homeland. Does not mean contact has not been made. So, we don't have to figure that out now, but that might be interesting later.
Roll me a history check.
Also, just for clarification, because the question has been asked for before, a first emissary is the single most direct subordinate of any Fey noble. To send a first emissary is the equivalent of that noble themselves being present. If the Lady of the Moonless Hunt needed to be in two places at once, she could send her first emissary to one of those places, and it would not be considered rude because that emissary can act on her behalf.
I rolled a 25.
With a 25, you had an entire history lesson inside, or like while you were still in school, that's talked about the emissary system in the Feywild, but you have never, like, to your knowledge at least, nobody has ever made contact with an emissary from the Feywild in your own hometown or home plane.
Aha.
Congratulations. You have now been the first person of your home plane to meet an emissary, and the first person of your home plane to meet a first emissary.
Great day all around for you, Arena.
Big day all around for Vok as well. Got a promotion to first emissary and met a primordial entity.
I mean, look at him. Every day for Rock is a big day.
That is technically true. I work directly for the Lady of the Moonless Hunt. Every day is a very important day.
Oh, see, I was making a short joke.
It took me a minute to catch it.
Bach just sort of stares with a sort of just deadpan expression before just, anyway.
I'm sure he is very average sized for a Fae.
You
Oh, no,
met the
I'm quite
lady
small.
of the Moonless Hunt, and she is people size.
She is the Fae equivalent of the tallest.
No, in fact, you were in the waiting room of the Unseelie or the Moonless Court, and most of the Fae there were regular size.
Fae or Fae.
Vok is small.
Tyrion is willingly ignorant here and is going to choose to forget that he saw any other Fae aside from the Lady of the Moonless Hunt that was bigger than a pixie aside from Vok.
Ever got you?
Ever, yeah, no. There's pixies, there's a Lady of the Moonless Hunt, and then there's Vok. So in his head, Vok is average sized for a Fae.
Gotcha.
Yes, Sana, do you have energy for a boat?
Yeah, I can cast a boat. We want to look around this clearing a little more first?
We maybe should. I don't.
Just
Is
give it a
that
quick
some
once
kind?
over.
Is that some kind of taboo, Vok?
You can look around all you like. You just have to be careful. Let me be clear. This is the heart of Unseelie. This is its point of origin.
Yeah, now that I've
This
said
is this is the closest thing to sacred ground that
Yeah,
the Fae have.
I'm just now
So
trying to
don't-
we're on holy ground.
So don't start a fire here, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, no.
Very much do
that'd be a
not.
Bad idea.
Granted,
Duly noted.
it is unlikely that you could actually affect any real harm to this place, given the sheer power of the Unseelie Court and how old this place is, but also just the attempt would be rude.
Oh, no. We would never attempt to, but don't forget, we blew up Dis once.
And I will say the possibility of perhaps getting stuck with a briar that makes you become nothing but a shadow, or falling into another portal that takes you to somewhere that you don't know where you are, things of that sort. Accidentally eating a fruit that turns you into starlight, all much more likely possibilities. The danger to you is more prevalent than the danger to the fort in this space.
Isabella.
I mean, about 4 years walk away from here, there's a road, but I don't think we have 4 years to walk.
You were saying something, Top Gun?
Who's Top Gun?
You're Top Gun.
The artist.
The fox is
formerly known as
Isabella, so yeah. You're Top Gun. Isabella's the fox.
I don't know how you would know that, but that sounds like a great name to call myself right now.
Yes, they gave you that name when they couldn't
No,
keep
I
referring.
gave myself that name when I
You?
was running.
You gave yourself Top
I
Gun?
never told anybody that name.
No,
but I'd
no.
look
It was
up.
when you weren't here. We started calling you the gun, and then you above table said Top Gun, and so I changed it.
Okay, Isabella, is there any rare ingredients around here?
Sure, there's
A whole-
plenty. I'm just
This is a
not
great research opportunity.
great idea to collect any.
Yes, I have to agree with the tiny wooden creature. Man, wolf, bear thing. It would not be wise to collect anything from this place without explicit permission from, well,
The king himself.
yeah, I suppose the king himself would be the only person who could give permission, yes. Or maybe whatever that deer was. Because he gave you permission to take his antlers and that seemed fine.
But
Well, the deer is no longer here, so could Vok give us permission? He is first emissary.
I'm first emissary of the Lady of the Moonless Hunt. I even though I now rank higher than some lower nobles, but I am nowhere near powerful enough to give permission to take anything from here.
Oh,
And also, the embodiments of silence was something that is older than the Feywild, and he gave permission to take something that is of silence, not of the Feywild. Different rules govern it.
You are very smart. That makes a lot of sense.
That was one of the creatures that existed before everything. The silence of the
Well,
void.
sounds like the best option is to do this then. And I'm going to go ahead and cast a 3rd level Conjure Ferryman.
Cast 3rd level boat.
Yes.
Beautiful. And where is boat taking you? You see, oh, is your ferryman changed now?
The
The spell
skeleton
says
in
a
a
large
flower
double, but if
wreath.
you want to flavor it, then by all means.
I have to consider.
It's the,
Would
it's the skeleton in a Hawaiian shirt and like a flower crown.
It's
yes, and
it's the same skeleton. Just
goofy
he's now
sunglasses.
dressed up for a luau.
beautiful. I love that.
The boat has tiki torches.
Yes, you see the ferryman once again, still sunglasses, still smoking his cigarette and ashing into the water, but now wearing a like pink and blue Hawaiian shirt, open over his chest, a little like lei around his neck, and he'll be like, "Where to now?"
Just like some super obnoxious board shorts.
Yes,
And flip.
They have to be
Salmon pink.
loud as. They have to be loud as fuck.
salmon pink.
Yep. And flip.
Were you on vacation or something, dude?
Vacation in the Feywild, and he does like the hang 10,
Hang
the
loose.
hang loose, yeah.
Shaka. Yep.
It is a lovely place to vacation, so long as you're careful.
Tyrion is going to pick Isabella up, like very gingerly, and set them on the boat.
Hi guys.
You want to describe where this?
Everybody on.
Huh.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna ask Bob if he wanted to describe where this pond was, or else we're gonna have to go to his bathtub.
No, we're going to his bathroom. It was decided.
Okay, fine, my bathroom.
Tyrion, as you go to pick up Isabella, he starts like nipping at your hands and says, "Unhand me, you heathen! Let go! I will not be forced to move against my will." And then you set him down in the boat, and he says, "Oh, this is nice."
You're welcome. It's a very nice boat. And then Tyrion climbs in.
You see
We're gonna
his
climb into this
eyes
well.
go very, very sparkly. I am welcome, aren't I?
Oh no.
God damn it.
He scurries off onto the boat somewhere.
Sarcasm.
Come on, Pew Pew. Hop on the boat. We're going on a trip.
Oh yeah, Isabella's never done this before.
The ferryman lowers his sunglasses and says, "In our favorite rocket ship."
Isabella looks at Top Gun looks at Isabella and the rest of the party. Can we try not to indent each other into internal service?
Isabella has disappeared.
I'm sure that's fine.
Alright, can you tell the fox to knock this shit off?
I don't know the rules of telling that when the fox sings it owes me a favor.
Well, the fox owes you, and now apparently I owe the fox.
No, you don't
Yeah.
owe the fox anything.
You did not.
He's just welcome.
You did not. Yeah, you did not thank the fox for anything. Therefore, you do not. You don't owe something to the fox.
You're not
But
yet.
you welcomed the fox aboard the vessel.
You didn't specify
now
aboard the vessel.
Aha.
You have welcomed
Oh.
the fox to something of his interpretation.
Oh, cool.
Check your bags
Oh,
later.
I have welcomed the fox to the party. Let me clarify. I am welcoming the fox to the party. He is our friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
You just hear from somewhere deeper in the boat. You didn't specify that at the time, but now I will also be welcome to the party. Thank you.
I look at him. I say he doesn't own any of us, so he can't welcome himself to anything.
This isn't a big boat. This is a ferry boat. There shouldn't be anywhere deeper in the boat for the.
You ever been on a ferry boat? They're pretty big.
I was thinking like a gondola, like you would ride in like Italy, where it's just like.
No,
remember,
no.
this is a big boat. This is a boat, like, we blocked the river Styx with one of these.
No, not
boats.
the River Styx,
Oh,
the Blood
yeah.
River and the Abyss.
Yes.
What it-
We technically blocked it with like 3 boats turned sideways, but yes.
That's fair, but still, fair enough. Then yeah, Tyrion's on the boat. Let's just get the fuck in the box bathroom.
Beautiful.
Two
I
box
don't think you haven't
bathrooms,
questioned
and
any.
then-
I love that Top Gun. You haven't questioned any of this. How a boat's going into a bathroom. I say as we transfer planes.
I don't
I'm
have a
somebody weird.
picture of Vox house or bathroom, so I will put you in this room for now.
No, we were in Vox bathroom at one point. We took a bath there.
No, I meant
Yeah, we just
on
don't have a
Foundry.
picture of it.
Yes, I
Put it on
don't
the
have a
screen
picture
now.
of it.
Oh, I thought you had a map for it.
No.
Did we take a long rest? Why is everyone healed?
I have to step away a moment.
Oh, that
Okay.
may have been my bad when I was testing stuff.
So I'm still out here.
To answer that person's question, I said I've been in the Fae long enough to understand that weird stuff happens all the time.
That's fair. Well, if you're
As we
used to
erupt
weird
from a
stuff
bathtub
happening
in a
all the
boat.
time, you'll fit right in. Don't worry.
As you're all having this conversation, Tyrion has already gotten naked and has dove into the bath.
Do you look different now that you have skin?
It was always just my head that was flaming.
Everybody duck. Tyrion's about to turn left.
And I don't want to slap you with my dick.
The reason for you forming a contract is still just.
So are we?
I have a story about that. I'll have to
lady-
tell you later off stream.
Oh, what was
Do we
that?
have to meet? I would say, do we have to meet with your lady immediately, or is this like we can take a nap or something?
I'm sure she'd
it
be okay
would-
with us getting presentable.
She would not be opposed to us taking a moment to be presentable.
Besides, that gives her time to get our rewards ready. She said she had more for us.
This is very true.
When you guys get to Vox bathtub, Isabella emerges from the ship with a rope tied around a barrel of fish, just using every ounce of strength in his body to yank and pull the rope to get the barrel to follow him.
All right, look at the father.
Want to
You
see
need some
something
help.
funny? Yeah, well, while that's happening, Sana's gonna nudge Flock. You want to see something funny?
What is it?
Vok had to step. Oh, go ahead.
And then he'll wait for Top Gun to start helping Isabella with the barrel, and then dispel the fairy, and see if that takes the barrel with it.
I am confused as to what is happening here.
Isabella was trying to drag a
Yes.
barrel of fish out of the ferry.
The barrel disappears when the ship does, and Isabella looks disheartened.
And you all fall into the water because you're all still on the boat.
Yep.
Except for Vok, who is flying.
And except for Arena, whose boots of flying are on.
Sana is floating in the bathtub on his back, cackling like a madman.
Are the fish disappeared?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, whole barrel.
It was just the
It was
core
part
of
of-
the,
yeah.
the ferry.
Part of the summoned ship did not actually exist, except on the ship.
The ferryman disappearing before he has a chance to use this sweet tub. Vacation cut short.
Nah, he's done working now. He can actually go back to his vacation, right? That's how that works?
Yeah. Sure, maybe.
Fair.
I'm gonna laugh if he's just
I
chilling
would
in the tub
look-
with us still. I mean,
I would simply get out the tub and look. Wait, sorry, which one you guys cast the spell again? Or
Sana,
decast the
that was,
spell?
that was me.
Sana.
That was Sana.
Sana, yeah.
I will remember this.
It's a bath. You're supposed to get wet.
No comment.
I'm just
Low-hanging
glad that I'm glad, Tyrion, you can stop talking about low-hanging things anytime now.
Never.
Yeah, come on, man.
But,
Quit going for the low-hanging fruit.
Well, speaking of fruit,
But,
I believe the pixies should have arranged something for us by now.
Ah, yes.
I'm just glad your human was not in the bathtub when the boat came through.
That's accurate. I probably should
I
have
look
thought so.
around. Is Vanessa in the bathroom?
No. Vanessa is not out here. She is in the space where she usually is. Behind the door.
Okay.
The garden. The secret garden.
Secret guard behind
Secret
that door.
tunnel. Secret tunnel. Through the mountain.
Well, we should make ourselves presentable, and I'm pretty sure I smell like. I don't know what that water smelled like that I fell into. I can't imagine nice.
You know, I had no fur while in my lycanthrope form, and somehow I still smell like wet dog.
Are you sure it's just you don't have a piece of dog inside you?
Let's get
Low
this out.
hanging
Should've got
fruit.
some hormones. I got that dog in me. You know how it is.
It is technically that way because your new form is lycanthropic in nature. If you get wet while you are in that form, you will smell like a wet werewolf because you are, by technicality, a werewolf in the Feywild and you are wet.
You know,
Sounds
that makes
complicated
way
for this
more
being
sense
wet.
than it should.
Can Tyrion, like, kind of offhandedly through the conversation, try and persuade the Isabella to divulge the details of what that did? The "you're welcome" comment.
As you go to speak to Isabella, you see that he is chasing around Scorchhorn, trying to tackle him and potentially eat him, and every time he gets close, Scorchhorn poofs away and thinks that it is a game. As you say that, he will turn and look at you, and he will say, "You have welcomed me to an item of my choosing, as you did not specify. I was hoping for a barrel of fish, but this little thing will have to do." And he pounces on Scorchhorn again, and then Scorchhorn boofs out of the way.
You know what? That's completely fine. This is adorable.
Orena, as she's getting into the bathtub, will turn over and say, Isabella, are you trying to take something from someone that you owe something to?
Do you own this little horned creature?
I do. He is my companion. Well, technically, I don't own him then, but
you
he is
own
my
your
friend.
companions? That's weird.
You own your pets. Scorchhorn is a pet. We literally got it from a pet shop in hell.
But you didn't pay for him, and nobody is his bonded buddy yet.
This is true.
Technically, Scorchhorn is his own man.
His own bike.
No, he's not a bike.
No, Scorchhorn isn't the bike.
is this little goat. Barnabas is the bike.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes,
and
this was
technically,
the bike.
That little goat.
you said an object of your choosing. Are you calling a living thing an object?
Food is an object.
Orena kind of grins. Orena grins and says, "Do we want to apply that rule?"
He looks at you suspiciously. What do you imply?
Orena just kind of grins and continues to get into the bathtub.
I think she's implying that you could be food as well.
You would have to catch me first.
However, can Tyrion just rummage through his bag and see if there's anything in there that the fox would very likely eat?
You got fish or live raw meat in your bag?
Rations.
No, he won't eat dehydrated rations.
Vok can probably have the pixies arrange for a barrel of fish for Isabella.
Vok, would you be so kind? I mean, maybe not a whole barrel. We don't want to gorge Isabella, but you know, a reasonable amount for a fox.
A barrel is a reasonable amount.
Vok will gesture for the nearest pixie and say, "Prepare a suitable portion of fish for the fox, Isabella."
Why did you need to say the fox, Isabella? She's the only Isabella. Unless you know another Isabella.
One of the
Oh,
Oh,
pictures
you don't
in
know
the
there's not
bag.
another fox here.
Actually, my name is
Well-
Isabella.
That was very, very insensitive of you, Top Gun.
Sorry, you're breaking up. Say that one more time.
I said that was very, very insensitive of you, Top Gun.
How so?
One of the pixies spoke up and said that their name is Isabella. It's insensitive to not know the name of the people that are preparing your food.
Or to just assume that one of them may not have the name.
Mm-hmm.
But it was said very playfully.
Yes.
And this
Tyrion
why-
is very much grinning that and showing that he is teasing you.
This is
Isabella seems to be
also
taking
the
it
exact
seriously.
reason why
Oh, wait.
Vox specified the fox Isabella.
I have a question. How many
Top Gun-
Isabellas are here?
Just 2 at the moment, I believe. Also, Top Gun, have you learned nothing in your time here? You must be specific in the Feywild. I had just made that mistake and it cost Bach a barrel of fish.
You know, technically now you owe Vok a barrel of fish.
I don't believe that's the case. I feel like Vok is freely giving you the fish. Unless, Vok, you choose to cash in on that debt.
While technically I could cash in on the debt, it is also true that due to our pre-existing arrangement, providing a barrel of fish for the fox Isabella is, in my own home, such a small act that it is functionally irrelevant to the overall balance of power between us.
You see now that Isabella has
also like
stopped
to make
chasing
the-
Scorchhorn, he's just kind of poofing around, looking very sad, trying to get Isabella to play with him again. And when Isabella does not take the bait, he runs and headbutts him.
Like
Oh, look
full
out there, watch out
bore.
for that.
Playfully.
Oh, so Isabella, what you gonna do about the deal you have to complete?
What deal are you referring to?
Did I forget to tell you? You'll figure it out.
He narrows his eyes.
Should I tell him?
No, that's gonna be funny when it's gonna be way more funny when he figures out. Oh, sorry, C figures it out on her own.
No, he's still a boy. Still he, him.
Oh, so.
He took your
Isabella.
name, not your gender.
So Isabella, fun fact: your name is owned by an archfey, and Top Gun here traded it to you, knowing that it was owned by an archfey, and yeah, essentially you're gallivanting around with what is it, Vok? Essentially the fey equivalent of stolen property.
Mm, would that be stolen?
No, it wouldn't, but it would transfer the debt to, depending on how it was worded, would transfer the debt to Isabella.
Not exactly, but there is a possibility that now Isabella, the fox Isabella, is responsible for your debt, depending on how things were done.
Which essentially means that Isabella can't show emotions now? Is that how that works?
She cannot. So basically, she couldn't switch emotions. Like if when she made the deal, she was sad. So if she can't be like, she can't change to any of the others. She could technically, if someone forced her to change her emotions, she could.
So he will just maintain this like nonchalant attitude no matter what.
Yes.
You see, he furrows his eyebrows and says, I don't feel as though that is correct. I could get angry if I wanted to. And he makes a little angry fox face. I felt joy and believe that I was joyful when I was taking that barrel of fish.
Top Gun, smile for me.
That gun looks at you the same way she always looks at you.
I think I
Above,
see what's going on here.
above table, Isabella, you can smile if you... or not Isabella,
I know,
sorry,
I'm just
Top
messing with
Gun.
him. I'm messing with him.
Gotcha.
So I'm messing with him. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just messing with you. I just don't enjoy smiling.
Fair enough. Plus, I imagine as a woman getting told to smile, it's probably annoying. I apologize for that.
No, it's nothing like that. I just feel since at least I've been here, smiling is
Fuck, is just the name enough to transfer the ownership of what I assume is a pet relationship?
No. To transfer Top Gun's service relationship to the Summer Fae would require more than transferring just their name.
But the service relationship is correlated to the debt, is it not?
yes.
It's correlated to the debt, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the debt goes with the name, or the servitude goes with the name. The servitude is with the debt, and if the debt is not contingent on the name, then that's not transferred. A prime example of that is that Isabella introduced herself as Isabella to us. If her name being owned by the Archfey or whoever owns it, I can't remember his title exactly.
Lord Diva.
Then, yeah, if she was able to introduce herself as Isabella, I would imagine that would mean that Lord Diva doesn't own her name, but just the servitude that she's in. Unless there's nothing limiting you introducing yourself as your old name if someone else owns it. I guess I never really asked that question.
I was allowed to introduce myself as myself.
Well,
Yeah,
this situation has just gotten a lot more complicated.
It's fine. We'll overthrow the summer court anyway, and then we can get Top Gun out from servitude and maybe their name back. We'll figure it out. It's not a huge deal. DM above table, did you say Isabella can feel emotions now?
Isabella could always feel emotions.
Oh, sorry. Top Gun can feel emotions now.
Or Top Gun could always feel emotions, could not portray emotion, and can now portray emotion.
Okay, so something has changed.
If she so
To
chooses.
To what extent, I don't know, but something has changed. So I suppose we'll take that small win through Fey loopholes that we got.
Top Gun, do you feel indebted to anybody still? Or can your human anatomy not detect such things? Raises an eyebrow, cocks head inquisitively.
I need to ask you the above table. Would I be able to tell if I was indebted?
I'm gonna leave that one up to you.
I would say
Would Vok be able to tell?
Hmm.
Hang on. Let me. I was about to say, can we roll history? Can Top Gun roll history to see if she felt indebted before she gave her name to Isabella, and if that feeling left her when she gave her name to Isabella?
I am not gonna make Top Gun roll that. I'm going to have Top Gun decide if she felt the feeling of being indebted and if she can sense that change anymore. And then as far as your question, Vok, if you would be able to tell, the only way that you would be able to tell is if you attempted to breach this contract, essentially. So like if you attempted to indebt Top Gun to you, if she is already indebted to somebody of a higher ranking than you, then you would know that you have done a bad thing.
Vok isn't going to even try that.
A great
I would
idea.
say, I guess I did. When you attempted to change my face, I felt like I needed to stop you. So yes. But do I feel that feeling right now? Not really.
Look, someone try and change her face.
You see,
And pulls out a hammer.
Top Gun roll her eyes, basically,
No, Sana.
at you. I also don't like having random people use magic against me, so unless it's an experiment, then I don't mind. If you have,
Oh
I mean,
no,
I
this
can-
is
I
this is
can technically
100%
change
an
your face
experiment.
with
We're
magic.
testing. Yeah, we're testing the hypothesis of whether or not you're still indebted.
why not? Give me one
As this
second. You
conversation,
see,
as this conversation is going on, Arena's getting out of the bath and drinking coffee. Go on, sorry.
Tyrion will join her.
can one of you take notes? This will go great in my thesis.
Absolutely. And then Tyrion will go ahead and pull out a piece of parchment and an ink and quill from his bag.
Or I will snidely say, I don't write other people's theses, thanks.
Or days.
That is a really good point.
What is the question? I'm so sorry. I was trying to type a secret message and failed. Hello?
So how are we changing faces? What?
Yes, what was the question? What are we taking notes on?
The testing of this hypothesis.
Yes, which is being done how?
Tyrion has grabbed a piece of parchment and an ink and quill from his
No,
bag.
not the notes.
The face.
Oh,
How are we
Oh,
testing the hypothesis?
Sana has a hammer and he's going to try and change Isabella's face. And if Isabella feels
Oh.
compelled to stop him,
Isabella
Then
does in fact feel compelled.
not Isabella, Top Gun. Top Gun. If Top Gun feels compelled to stop him, then we know that Top Gun is still indebted.
So you're gonna use a physical hammer against me?
Well,
No.
Change your face without magic.
And also, here's the thing: is we'll stop before we actually change your face. It is to see if you feel the compulsion to stop him, and if you feel the compulsion to stop him, then we know that you're still indebted.
As a
No,
scientist,
stop.
I feel like
can see
anybody
what's
would be compelled
flaws.
not to be hit in the face with a hammer.
I can physically smile now, which I couldn't do before. So we don't need you to pretend or even try to hit me. I will react accordingly to someone swinging a mallet at me.
Okay. Does anyone wait? Sana, do you have alter person? Or no, not alter person. Do you have a spell to change Isabella's shape?
I don't believe I do. At least nothing prepared.
Hot girl tummy troubles. Or is that self only?
That's an arena spell.
I guess I didn't realize that was self only.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, it's a version of alter self.
Yes, I thought alter self you could put on other people, but I guess based on the fact that it is called self, should have given that away.
Spells.
Holy shit.
I mean, I have a curse I can prepare tomorrow that would make them age.
Age.
But yeah, nothing that's gonna
Yeah.
change
Age is
faces.
not quite not hold on. Actually, I'm super confused. Now that I've thought for more than 2 seconds about what you guys are trying to do, I don't understand how this is testing the hypothesis.
Excellent question.
Yeah, this is my
So-
thing.
Yeah, we already know that Isabella can that Top Gun can change their emotions and stuff. So I am mildly confused.
Well, because we had this whole conversation about whether or not she felt like she was still indebted.
Oh.
And so
Oh, and you're trying to see if you can provoke that feeling again.
yes,
see,
essentially
okay.
by casting a spell that would alter her and she didn't want it to do it with magic, but we were going to cast a spell to alter her in some way that would compel her to try and stop it if she was still indebted, because she can feel emotions, but apparently that was not indicative of her not being in debt, because you were asking her if she felt like she was still indebted.
Yes. So I think
Right, but we've already, thinking about that, we've already established that they can now alter their own face, like smile, frown. Like,
Yes.
They couldn't do that.
I think
Best
if you
spell
were
to-
trying to prompt, you would have to essentially damage goods in order to provoke that kind of a feeling, because damaged goods would break or she would have to try to damage her own self. That would break or like breach the contract enough that she would know if that was okay or not.
Why don't we just try doing this on the fox? Because if the contract got transferred to her, she should try to stop you. Sorry, why can't I call her C? He should try to stop you.
I can say for certain that I would try to stop you whether I was indebted or not, as I do not wish to be harmed. However,
You say self-inflicted, so
being a higher being such as myself from the Fae can innately tell that I am in service to no one, except for the favor that I owe our beautiful lady Arena.
from the side, battery gets you nowhere.
Fuck.
What?
So
You-
from
you're-
the sound of it, then we need to have Top Gun try to hit themselves in the face with a hammer.
Yes.
This is funner than I thought it'd be.
Sana will hand over the hammer. Here, give it a shot.
Yeah.
By the way, the
I can
fuck
check
was
right
Tyrion
now.
in character.
Oh.
I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna let you hit me with a hammer. So
Yes, but can you
No,
hit
DM
yourself
said-
with a hammer?
DM said self-inflicted, so Sana is handing
Oh.
you a hammer.
Okay.
Might I
would-
suggest we move out of my bathroom for this?
Why? It's
This
the
is the
perfect
best
place to
place to
clean
clean
up
up the
after
blood.
someone gets hit.
Yes, but then the pixies have to clean up the blood, and that's a hassle.
What makes you think I'm gonna hit
That's
myself hard enough to bleed?
Fair. That's fair.
You're hitting yourself with a hammer.
Has
Yeah,
to be
I can
there.
tap myself with a hammer. I'm not gonna shock myself.
Right, but the intent is to try to damage yourself. So
It
you gotta
might also
swing like
be
you
more
mean it.
comfortable to do this in a different room.
Or fairy, you're kind of.
Okay.
Hang on. Would detect magic detect the a magic Fae contract? Would that fall under a school of magic?
No, it wouldn't. However, I have just
Maybe
made a
sense the
roll
presence
for
of the
Isabella,
Effects with it.
and Isabella will come over here and say, I believe I have an idea. And he will try to bite Top Gun. He does not have the actual ability to do so, based on his character sheet, but he has the mouth. So he will attempt to bite Isabella. Top Gun, so sorry. And in doing so, will discover that he cannot bite Top Gun. It would appear that I am no longer allowed to attempt to harm you. If that tells us anything.
What would that tell us, Matt?
Does that tell us anything?
It would seem that I am at the very least restricted from Isabella. The name is restricted from harming your physical form.
Which means you could probably hit yourself with that hammer.
Likely, yes.
Please don't.
Vivek, there's this concept called free will.
Free will is all well and good. Just keep it out of my bathroom.
Top Gun is
Anna
not your
will
pet
sigh
human.
dramatically and take the hammer back.
I have recently
I'm
read an
gonna
article
do
though,
this.
that
Go
says free will is
outside.
predetermined.
Yeah, but where else
I
are we
have-
gonna find a place that's got a drain in the floor?
Go to the gardens. There's plenty
Yeah.
of plants out there that'll feed on the blood you spill.
Vok, isn't your bathtub a hot spring? You don't
Yes,
have a-
Vok
you
does
don't
not
have
want
a-
to. Vok does not want to taint that with blood.
No, I meant you don't have a
That's
hole.
right.
There's no hole to drain it.
Yeah. Exactly why Vok doesn't want to taint that with blood.
Very valid.
That's fair.
I will say, in this
Oh,
time,
well.
you guys can go ahead and take a short rest if you like.
I'm just saying, Bach. I'm used to there being blood in bathrooms.
And if anyone had looked over when Arena was talking, they would have seen her pen bamf out of her hand.
Oh, Isabella, did you want the research notes that we are? Sorry, Top Gun, did you want the research notes that we took for you?
Yeah.
Tyrion's
Keep
going
them.
to hand her. Huh?
I said keep it for posterity. You don't get too much.
Tyrion's
from
gonna-
them.
Tyrion's gonna hand her the piece of paper, and it's got where Tyrion and Orenna have been playing tic-tac-toe. Orenna drew a very photorealistic penis, and you can clearly tell where it transitioned to Tyrion's shitty drawing skills that he added little spurts coming from the tip. Then you'll see text on it that also says you lost the game, or you lose the game. Then more text that says that was a low blow, really low. And then lastly, you will see a graffiti S like we all saw growing up in school. Here you go. You're welcome. And Tyrion just walks away and goes to scoops up his armor and walks to an area to start getting suited back up.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have trusted him to write notes. So I guess the entire notes can fall down to hit in face with hammer, and then in parentheses, does not work.
I have accidentally broken your 9 loopholes document, and I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
I was trying to indicate that you already had the midnight one, and it got rid of all of the beautiful color coding.
Oh no.
It's okay. I don't remember how I color coded it before, so we'll just have to be fine like this, or I'll fix it later.
Okay.
Above table. Tyrion said "fuck" after he read "you lose the game." Specifically,
Gotcha.
I felt like it was important information to relay to the other players.
I heard you tip-tapping over there, and I was wondering what you were doing.
I was just about to say. So, are you giving me this?
Oh, Tyrion has already walked away.
Yeah, he's giving you the paper that has the lid on it.
Yeah, he handed you the paper and he's walked away. This was his contribution to the research.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have trusted him to write your notes.
No, I think he was perfectly fine. Nothing like a little fun to get your spirits up.
There.
Hey, this thing about like
If you-
I might.
Go ahead.
I said I might be a free woman.
If you look up chaotic
there's still
stupid in the
something there.
dictionary, you'll find a picture of Tyrion.
Tyrion is very smart. That's not nice.
He did manage to play the smartest member of our party to a tie in tic-tac-toe, so I will take that as
This is true. This is canon. Before Arena gets dressed, she will look over. She will look over her body to see if any of the markings have changed in a weird way since meeting the silence.
Roll me not perception because you know what you're looking for. So let's go with investigation.
Boo.
Oof. I think you have consistently rolled bad to look at things changing from your weird symbiote thing, and I actually love that. I think it's very fitting. With a 14 in one of your best skills, I don't think that you see anything terribly obvious has changed. It doesn't look like it's grown any further since you took those sedative drug thingies that were meant for Vox human. There is no notable difference or change.
Okay. Right now we'll get dressed.
Vok is actually going to head out to Vanessa.
As you head into the little secret garden, you will see that she has sat at her little like patio table that she was at last time you spoke with her. And she has like a little assortment of treats like beignets, but made not the human way. So instead of like powdered sugar, they have some sort of weird like fey dust that may be safe for people and may not be entirely safe for people, but it was the pixie's best approximation, and she was just eating them.
They gave your pet fairy cocaine.
Not fairy cocaine. It's
I
still a
was
food.
literally just about to type that. I was just about to type the chat. It's cocaine.
I knew it.
No,
I mean,
no.
I'll-
It's still food. It's just a fairy sugar instead of a regular sugar.
I mean, you can eat cocaine. It's not healthy for you, but you can eat
You
it.
can eat it, but it's not a food. Just because you can eat something does not mean it's food.
I can
By that
eat
logic,
marbles.
McDonald's isn't food.
You're right.
Yeah, McDonald's isn't food.
That's fair.
If
It's
it
a
can,
product.
yeah, if it can sit in a fucking Ziploc bag for 10 years and still look exactly the same, it's not food.
As Vok sees this, Vok will sit down at the table
Mhm.
with her and say, "How are you doing?"
Remind me how long you gave her her voice for?
Until we left.
It was until we left, but for the purposes of this, Vok is going to once again return it to her.
Okay, so as long as you are in the house until you say otherwise, she has her
Yeah.
voice.
Basically, so long as this current endeavor continues and she remains relevant to the endeavor,
Mhm.
whenever the party is in the house, she can have free use of her voice.
Beautiful. As she speaks, her voice comes out a little bit raspy from disuse, and I am feeling quite alright for the most part. Troubled,
That is
I
good.
suppose.
Understandable. This doctor did not return while we were gone, did he?
No, not to my knowledge, no.
Good. We will find out what happened and we will undo what has been done to you. I was quite cross when I discovered the deception that has been done to you. It was unbecoming of me to express it that way.
I thought it was fine.
Good. We're coming up near to the end of another month. Have you thought about what game you would like to play this time?
How about... Oh, we have a wonderful audience with your friends being here. How about we do like a comedy show? Or a talent competition?
A wonderful idea. And Vok has like just a fun, like, definitely not the vicious smile that he had before when he was getting information from Lady Glacia, but it is a fun, like, oh, this'll be fun smile. That is a wonderful idea.
About this point, Sana will kind of poke his head back into the room where Vok and his human are.
Hmm?
Hey, Vok. Everything all good with your human?
So far, yes.
Okay.
Given
Just-
value for good, but yes.
If there's any ongoing health issues, I mean, I know I'm all about stabbing stuff and taking flesh, but I am actually a decent healer.
The offer is most gracious. And I will be certain to let you know if there is anything that you can do to help.
Please do.
She does not speak to
no.
Sana, but she does whisper in your direction, Vok. Is he able to do anything about nightmares? Those haven't stopped.
Nightmares. Tell me more about them.
Oh, well, it's what the doctor originally was supposed to be helping with. These visions of being in some other place or something. I was speaking with Orena about it. It seems that in my nightmares I am going there, maybe, to her home.
Do we think it could be a curse?
It feels
It's
like
unlikely
one.
to be. Vok is a witch. Vok is cursed
Mm-hmm.
with visions of his own. Can Vok do some sort of arcana or insight check to sort of decipher if this sounds like an actual curse or more of a side effect product of the like false void infection that's on her?
I think insight would be the best in this situation.
$17.
On a 17, I think she says it feels like a curse. You think that definitely is more so referring to like the human ideology of what they would think a curse would feel like. You don't think that it is like a curse, capital C, proper noun. It is more than likely, unless this weird worm is or has been there longer than you guys suspect, it wouldn't be a side effect of that, based on the fact that she claimed that the nightmares were happening when she was still like back at home, essentially, and the doctor's appearances are recent.
Tyrion could use detect magic, and that should be able to tell him any and all magical effects if it is a curse that is magical in nature.
But the other thing too is if we can figure out like what kind of creature the worm is. Basically, if it's a aberration, where is it? Hold on. I had a thing for this. I just don't think I can cast it today. Protection from good and evil. Creature you touch is protected against creatures that are aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead. So if that worm is any of those, then that spell could technically help, but it would have to wait till tomorrow so I can cast that one. I have remove curse prepared, but it doesn't sound like a curse. Or I've got a lesser restoration.
I could cast my Infernal Challenge on the worm, make it come out and fight me.
Would that work?
It's
That would be
worth a
hilarious.
try.
This is Vanessa, by the way. I forgot that I had created this art to pull out last time.
So just for personal knowledge, so this is her current state is caused by she's got a worm in her.
Unless she had the worm when she still was in Tyrion's home, her home, the dreams are not caused by the worm, because she's been having the dreams since she lived back home. The doctor started visiting within the last couple quote unquote weeks or months, depending on how time moved. And they were suppressed when the doctor was giving her this sedative. But the sedative was also feeding the worm. So we're not sure if the worm showed up when the doctor showed up, or if she's had the worm for basically her whole life, or if the dreams are tied to the worm at all. But we do know that the sedative was helping with the dreams, but it was also feeding the worm, which we think is bad.
As Arena's like comparing notes in her head about things she's thought of before at this and things that she thought of afterwards, she had a brief thought. Arena will approach Vanessa and say, Vanessa, I don't believe I ever got your last name.
Oh no.
What would I address you as? Above board, Arena's train of thought is, there is someone thing that looks like her in my world with a very close color hue. And these worms are things, if it's similar to the entity in me, could be another representation of something eldritch. What are the odds that her family name also exists in my homeland? And someone did an experiment like Arena did, and then sent the evidence to another plane, aka Vanessa's family.
If I recall correctly, the last time Arena talked to the Void regarding the worm, the Void referred to it as a cheap imitation.
Yes.
Yes.
For her last name, she would give you Cedarwind. Would that exist as a last name in your home? Probably. But I think it would be a relatively common last name.
Mm-hmm.
Do we remember if I told you who this person was? You didn't ever meet them by name.
I don't think you ever told me the person by name, but I did know they were trying to like ingratiate themselves with people that I knew, but never stuck around really, it seemed, when I was around.
Yes. So I didn't remember if I told you what their name was or not.
You did not tell me what their name was, no.
Was that because you weren't supposed to know it, or just because I didn't tell you?
I mean, Arena probably would have investigated who it was because she's hyper paranoid.
Roll me a history check.
It's like why Arena has that whole black book to begin with. Okay, no, I might use my inspiration on this.
That might be a good one to use your inspiration on.
Okay, 17, a bit better.
You would have investigated and found 17. On a 17, do you want the first name or last name?
We'll go last name.
Ashvale.
Vanessa, does the last name Ashvale ring a bell to you?
Can I roll a history check at advantage because I am also from the plane?
Yes, you can. I did just roll one at advantage for her, and she will kind of furrow her brow and shake her head. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't. But Vok, I would also like one at advantage from you.
Okie.
Oof. On a
and
10,
you're really not
Tyrion.
remembering names from your homeland.
Yeah.
History.
History, yes.
Tyrion has a very small brain and very big boobs.
Tyrion on a 10. I'm gonna say no, unfortunately. You do not remember that last name, but in your defense, it's not a very common one.
Got a 16 and a 23.
Your bonus is also Arcana, so, or for the same for Arcana, so that's fine. On a 23, oh no, what happened to your token though?
My token is currently absolutely buried in...
yes, some of those went away, and then it was just the naked face. So I have fixed.
Oh.
On
Okay.
a 23, you recognize that last name not in any sort of a necessarily helpful way. Like you can't pin it to a specific person. It's a very common Fey last name, specifically from the Winter Court.
Ashvale. That's a relatively common name from Winter.
Would I even be able to make this roll?
You've been there for a while. I think you could make it with advantage.
What am I rolling? Arcana?
History.
History. Not my greatest subject, but I got advantage. Natural 20.
Ooh. With a natural 20. That's gotta mean something. But there's simply just not enough clues. Ooh, what I can...
Go on, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, upon kind of thinking, there is this name Ashvale. This person looks very similar to Vanessa. It's Fae related. And the fact that Orena keeps all these things in her black book. Orena would go in her black book, and she has a section that has very few colors. And that is, she did do Clue in the forbidden section of the library, in case she could find anyone to blackmail to earn favor.
In school?
Is the duplicate's color in school? Yes. Like when I snuck in and stole the book for the ritual shortly before my exile, were there any other people who were sneaking or who were going around near that book?
Roll me a flat d20.
That is an 18.
There was frequently one other color of footprints and fingerprints on and around that book. And the color, though you don't know who it is, was salmon.
Was it the ferryman and his salmon shorts?
Probably. But Vanessa, on your not Vanessa, Jesus Christ, Top Gun, got your name wrong in 3 different ways. Previously, you guys had been talking about somebody from Orena's history called Lord Filigar, who was recognized as potentially, or having the same last name as someone from the Summer Court, a family of changelings that go by that last name that have a missing son. Similarly, the last name Ashvale is maybe not necessarily a powerful family in the Winter Court, but is the last name of a family of changelings within the Winter Court. But it is also a common last name, so may not be relevant.
You know what? That name kind of reminds me of a group of changelings. I think I met one of them once or twice when I was traveling in the Fae. If I remember, one of them told me they had a missing son. A missing son.
No, missing son was from someone in the Summer Court that you guys had talked about previously.
Oh, okay. So the person who's missing then?
The person that is missing is one of the Filigar children, which is from the Summer Court. There's also a family of changelings that are prominent but not necessarily powerful in the Winter Court with the last name Ashvale.
So, but the filler has nothing to do with the changelings, correct?
Filgar is a
Other than
changeling.
he is a changeling,
Is it
yeah.
the-
Or they are changelings.
Filligard, he was missing last time I was in the summer. There was big news about him disappearing or something. Also, that is would they be considered minor nobles in regular real world? There would be minor nobles.
I would say less minor noble, more prominent merchants.
I would say I think they were prominent merchants or something of that nature. Does that ring a bell?
Vok, that would ring a
Chris-
veil. Ring a veil. Jesus Christ, my words. That would ring a bell for you, Vok.
Oh,
Yes, you can verify that this information is true. There is a family of changelings in the Winter Court that are not necessarily powerful, but have a lot of money. They don't really have titles, but they have a lot of money and like cool shit.
if I recall correctly, they have a lot of trophies. Various and expensive trophies, but they themselves do not hold title. Even as a third emissary, I would rank above them. And more certainly now than before, because now I'm first emissary.
I will also, on this natural 20, I will give you the reason that you are familiar with this name. They have traded with the Queen of the Summer Court in the presence of Lord Diva while you were in attendance.
Do you share that information?
No.
Okay. Orena has a thought process that she wants to think about briefly. The spell clue.
Mhm.
With as much as Orena is a scribe and how well she has studied in Arcana and how much she has used this spell, she has kind of a hypothesis that she never tested before, and that is, does she think if changelings imitate someone, it only slightly shifts their color hue? Like, could their like natural means of like imitating another living thing cause their colors to be only like a slight difference in hex code? Does she think that would be like something that would
Ooh.
that maybe can't get it perfect, but can get it close?
I love that a lot. That was love that idea. I think what you would know of changelings with your professor having been one, you would know that when a changeling changes their appearance, they cannot copy the color of the other person, like whoever they are imitating. But when they change their appearance, it would shift the color of their signature on Clue, like a hex code diagonal, similarly to how Vanessa's hex code and this other person's hex code are like one off from each other. It would do the same thing if this was a changeling taking on a different appearance.
Wait.
So if a changeling takes on another person's appearance, they don't take their color, but their own color shifts slightly towards that color.
Mm-hmm.
So if the color of the person that was sabotaging me is salmon, and Vanessa is light salmon,
Mhm.
then the other direction would be adding more red instead of white. I'm trying to get the color spectrum.
Leaning
So
towards.
yes, so if the person that you're looking at a separate example just for the sake of trying to figure this out, the doctor I think is going to be the easiest one to look at. So the doctor's hex code is just straight zeros. If the doctor was a changeling and appeared or and changed into a different appearance, his hex code would go from being straight zeros to a bunch of zeros and then 1. Oh, I apparently did not give you... Oh, you... Or, Filigar, I see that you have added in that he's piss yellow. I was like, why didn't I put the hex codes for this? And then I saw piss yellow and I go, right, because I left those open for Arena. So Filigar is piss yellow. He is a changeling. So whenever he shifts his appearance, his would be varying levels of healthy piss. Yes, so when you drink too much energy drink and your pee almost becomes a little bit almost lime green versus a healthy pee which is nearly clear.
Mountain Dew.
I
said, yes, the curse of Mountain Dew.
Yes.
Yeah, because I briefly thought for a moment, oh crap, is Vanessa a changeling?
Could be. It follows the same shift pattern.
Wouldn't that mean the two would be related in some way more than she would be a changeling?
No, because people that are related don't have to have the same color, at all.
Yeah.
So if Arena had a sister, Arena, you didn't tell me what color you are. But assuming that Arena is purple because that's kind of her whole vibe, and she had a sister, her sister could be orange.
Oh, so okay. That kills my whole thing. I was about to say, oh my god, you're the sister of the doctor or family related of the doctor.
No. But yeah, no, if so there could be a situation though where it's not impossible that this is the same person pulling an elaborate scheme who is actively disguised as Vanessa to shift their color hue.
Right. They would not inherit Vanessa's color hue. The best hypothesis you could come up with this information is that Vanessa is lying, is a changeling, and is whoever this person at your school at the same time.
I was just about to say she might just be the changeling too.
But I do believe the last time you interacted with Vanessa, you went through extensive verification of her not being a changeling.
I don't know. Did I?
You guys tested her for a lot of stuff, and I assume that changeling was one of those things.
I know that we talked about the possibility of Vanessa having become Fey, but I don't know if we ever actually tested for that. And Vok, would Vok know, given that Vok holds ownership over her, would Vok know if she's become Fey?
You would know. She is not Fey, but you know how elves have the Fey ancestry trait,
Yeah.
she would have being a half elf, she would have like a tinge, a little droplet of Fey in there. And she has more Fey than she did when you first met her. But is not, as per stat block, Fey.
Okay.
Is more so in the process of inheriting some Fey energy, as opposed to has fully transformed into a Fey.
Gotcha.
But that would also be
give it
your
an-
verification that she's not a changeling, because changelings are Fey.
Give it another 300 to 500 years and she will eventually become Fae.
Yes.
Yeah, Vok would relay this and say, Vanessa is not Fae yet. Give it another 3 to 5 centuries and she will become Fae, but not currently.
Her eyes go wide and she looks at you. What do you mean?
Vok. Well, elves and half-elves all have some measure of Fae ancestry. In the 200 years you've been here with me, the amount of you that is Fae heritage has grown and increased. You are more Fae now than you were 200 years ago when we first met.
She looks at the half-eaten beignet in her hand and sets it down on the plate.
That's not a bad thing, mind you. There are lots of good sides to being Fae.
Yes, but I just don't know that I'm ready for that kind of a commitment. To change
Well,
my
fortunately-
entire DNA sounds scary.
Well, fortunately, you have 300 to 500 years to think about it, which is 3 to 5 of your normal lifespan. So
I would like to make the argument that 300 to 500 years could be like tomorrow in this place.
Yes. She lets out an anxious laugh.
well, no, it wouldn't be tomorrow. Given that she is under my ownership, the progression of time for her is subject to me, which means that it's actually going to be slower, not faster.
And as this conversation has been going on, Orena has had one more line of thought that she's been pursuing in her brain. And that is, there's an Ashvale who's noted to be a changeling. There's Lord Philigar, who's noted to be a changeling. Orena is kind of thinking that perhaps Philigar is helping sneak Fae in to her homeland to bring back things to trade and curry favor. Partially because like Philigar's house had a lot of similar decor to this court,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the fact that like there was this dress that I'm wearing with my old mentor's name on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely a degree of going back and forth and trading with the Fae, and Orena's really starting to suspect that maybe this behavior is related to what is going on now. Especially if there's a similar experiment to what Orena did, like right in front of us.
There is also the fact that you had an entire class on the emissary system, and yet have never had an emissary come to your home in any sort of recorded history anyway, and the Lady of the Moonless Hunt has no idea that your home exists.
Could be a coincidence. Or it could be a mystery.
Also kind of makes it sound like if, you know, the unsealy court doesn't know, then maybe the other one does.
The summer court?
Could be.
It does
We were
seem like
planning to go there. We can figure it
Summer.
out.
Summer seems to be making a lot of moves.
It does seem like Summer is heading up this whole endeavor. Has Vok heard through the grapevine anything regarding the Monarch of Sealy and their position on all of this?
You have. Did I be a good DM and put
I
the thing...
think they came up somewhere before, but I don't remember.
Yes, I did not copy and paste it into my OneNote, but I do have it written and I believe pinned.
Pinned in our DMs. Let me take a look here.
If I remember right, wasn't the
Oh, here we go.
the Sealy hierarchy like pro demon alliance?
Yeah, those are the guys that are fucking up shit.
It is.
in the house.
So the ones that you know, the summer and spring courts are spearheading.
Primarily.
Yes. They're the ones that posited in front of the courts to start this whole alliance with the demons. It's rumored that the Goblin and Sealy courts are just as much involved as the spring and summer courts. It seems like they are like putting forth as many or as much support to the war as the spring and summer courts are.
Did you guys ever tell me about the war?
I don't think we
I don't think we
told
did.
Top Gun about the war we're involved in. Vok would mention that while there's no concrete evidence of their direct involvement, both Goblin and Sealy courts are contributing to the war effort. Spring and Summer are spearheading the whole endeavor. But rumor has it that Goblin and Sealy are just as involved.
I don't know if Top Gun is even involved to the war that is being spoken of.
That's a good point. By the way, we're at war.
Top Gun, you would know about the war because of your time with Diva.
Okay. Okay. So would I know that the summer court is involved in the war, or there's no war was happening?
Yeah, we talked about it when we created your character. That was kind of a little bit ago. But I think I might have sent you an outline of it as well on what you would know. I
would check that.
Didn't pin it though because I am a bad DM.
So
I might have also just talked about it verbally when we were in our call.
So
Big picture, the Blood War, the everlasting battle between demons and devils. A bunch of us here originally hired to help figure out why Avernus was not contactable and why it seemed like the devil's powers were slipping in the conflict and do something about it. Through a whole
Yeah.
lot of nonsensory or a whole lot of nonsense things we discovered, we realized that some courts of the Fae had aligned with and trained the demons. And effectively took Avernus. About a week or so after that, I think, happened, we ended up stumbling into a conspiracy that got us targeted, and then we fled here. And now we're trying to undo that conspiracy more.
So you're trying to stop the fairies from killing the devils, or you're trying to or help the Fae, I say fairies specifically, Fae from killing the devils because
So the Fae are not a unified front in helping the devils or helping the demons.
Yeah, and before now, the blood war was kind of balanced. So like demons and devils, they were on fairly even footing. Nobody really gained ground either way.
okay,
And I don't know if I've said it, but I'm
stopping
like,
one side from winning the other is important.
If
well,
the demons only care about chaos and destruction and creating as much of it as possible. If the demons win the blood war, all of creation is fucked.
That,
true.
and long story short, we're all kind of tasked with, well, at least I'm under contract and tasked with bringing the blood war at least back to a stalemate.
And to drive home the kind of cosmic importance of this all, there on the outer wheel exists a plane of existence called Mechanus. There are entities called Modron, weird clock flesh-like constructs that exist. They really care about the word of order, not good or evil or anything like that, just order. And part of the cosmic order is the devils fight the demons. And if that war ends, order is over. So if that tips too far, it could lead to the Modrons just doing a crusade to kill anyone who's disturbed the balance.
and you don't want that because those guys are true neutral, and that means everyone's on the menu.
Yeah, and the bigger problem of this is if the location gets taken over, as I have shared information of before, and they control the source of magic to all planes, you could potentially take control of Mechanus and recreate your own order, and then all rules and all other planes are off. I don't know if I explained that fully as a possible outcome of what could happen. Right, I explained the domination or the fligging things off of the cosmic wheel, but that's a way they could enforce that.
Okay, so you're stopping the blood war for either side winning. Will either let demons loose on the universe, sorry, not this world, universe, or we get someone who has basically becomes the god or ruler of magic, or the super neutral.
Oh, they will own the ruler of
monster.
magic.
Huh?
If someone takes control of the main ley lines, you pretty much have control of everything. Like, you have gone above gods. Yes,
I find that
that's
very
our
hard to
stress.
believe. I find that very hard to believe that the gods would just be like, okay, we're just gonna the one be above all type situation. But
the
least there'll
grand
be
ley
a
line
prop-
underlies everything, including the weave. So if you control the weave, you can strip the gods of magic at like a fundamental level.
my character wouldn't know this, so I would disagree with Tupac because my character wouldn't know this. But okay, so basically one true god, or we have a crusade against clock creatures that will destroy almost everybody.
Yeah. ending the war keeps the normal crusade, or balancing the war keeps the normal crusade from happening. Though I don't know how much the demons or devils care about that. They should, but some people forget that that whole thing happened, or they don't believe that it can happen again. But the bigger problem is this new world order having some concept of access to the, what was it, the Arcane Nexus, Prime Nexus. I can't remember the exact name I wrote down. That's the bigger problem. What was the term for that? I have to go back to our notes.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have to look back at the notes because I named it something pretentious and now escapes me because pretentious. It is something Nexus Apex
Leyline Nexus.
Yes, Apex Leyline Nexus. I was like Alpha something Apex was the one I was looking for.
Yes, food does sound a lot better than the things we're talking about.
Yes, while we have been discussing this, Vok has had the pixies prepare an actual meal for us.
Beautiful.
Face seasoned wild boar wearing 3 consecutively smaller top hats, a variety of fruits, fancy cheeses and meats, and a wild grass salad.
Love it. You do have at this point a little pixie come in and give a grand bow theatrically and says, "Dinner is served."
Sana will
Excellent
speak
work.
up. Vok, I'm going to do a thing. This is in no way an admonition against you or your hospitality. I am simply doing this for Vanessa's peace of mind. And I will cast Purify Food and Drink on anything in front of her.
Thank you.
Understandable.
Are any of the staff who've been coming in and out really stressed at the things Arena has been saying? Or is it all way above their head?
They're mostly pixies, so it's mostly above their head.
Yeah, it's way above their head. They go, yeah, Blood War, bring order, Clock Fairy, yes.
Yeah. Vok will say to the pixies that attend Vanessa, for the time being, make sure that her meals can consist of mortal ingredients only and not Feywild ingredients. For the time being.
I thought that we were already doing that.
Vok will point at the beignets and say, that is a fairy dusting.
They don't have that? The mortals?
Oh,
we have
boy.
mortal dusting.
No, we don't.
Vok will slowly turn towards the rest of the group. Do any of you have any culinary knowledge?
Nope. You're asking the wrong puppet.
I know how to cook a little bit. More survivalist cooking, but still cooking.
This is what I heard when Vok
Rena,
turned
you
his head.
seem like a gourmand.
Orena turns and says, I know about saving safe ingredients due to my nature training, but actually preparing meals, I don't do that.
Orena, being a noble, has she ever even picked up a ladle?
I want to say the Tyrion would know
only
how to
for
cook.
nefarious reasons.
Tyrion can cook?
I imagine
Okay.
Sana at most might know how to make pastries. Like,
With hell
small
ingredients,
little
though.
tea cakes.
Infernal pastries.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I can make
evil biscuits.
That's about it.
Okay, so here is my thought behind this. Tyrion, having been a knight, would have been out on battlefields. Soldiers are notorious for taking ingredients around them, local ingredients, and the ingredients in their rations, and sprucing up MREs or finding local vegetation to eat or add to their rations to make them last longer. Older military encampments specifically used to either have at least one soldier trained who knew how to cook or keep a cook along with them. So I could 100% see Tyrion volunteering for that job, and also that being one of the few endearing factors that his himbo ass drew the princess to him.
Yes,
Yo, Master Vic and
my comment was less saying Tyrion can't cook and more saying Tyrion can cook and has a giant dick. That's too much.
Vok would say, Tyrion,
Although
if
I
you
don't want
don't
to see what he
mind,
stirs the stew with.
if you don't
It was
mind,
too hot. I use it as a whisk sometimes, but Jesus.
What
Wait,
is
you
cold
use
stew
what is
called?
with
Gestapo? That's not right.
gazpacho.
Gazpacho, thank you. I was close.
One was very,
very
different.
different things.
Oh,
One of these things is not like the other.
I'm sorry, though you were saying Vok.
Vok would turn to Tyrion and say, if you don't mind, could you make a quick pass through the kitchens? And he'll give Tyrion like a notebook and say, just write down what in there is safe for Vanessa to eat, or safe to be cooked with for Vanessa.
Tyrion is going to essentially go through the kitchen and like do what he would do in a forest and kind of like, oh, I know this is poison. This looks like this is poison. This looks edible. Take a small little chunk off of it and put it in his mouth and chew and see if he has any kind of reaction. And kind of do this with all the ingredients in and around the kitchen and make a note in a list of everything that would or would not be safe.
Roll me a survival check. You can do so with advantage because most of what you're doing is saying, is this Fey or is this mortal? And that is a lot easier to tell than is this safe and mortal and is this safe and mortal.
just shoving butterflies down his gullet.
Yeah.
I'm
said in
gonna
chat,
use some
Tyrion is the
inspiration for
Skyrim
this.
alchemist.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
How?
Oh my goodness.
Does anyone want to give me some guidance or an inspiration?
Look,
Yeah, you can have
Yeah, I'll
guidance.
give you a guidance.
I've got
Pick a bardic.
an inspiration in the chat for you. There you go.
Okay.
Have a 4 there, so
Okay, that's
inspiration.
decent. So
Oh, you're-
we've got a 7 plus a
25,
21, 28.
Beautiful. With a 28, you can go through and categorize Fey ingredients versus mortal ingredients versus mortal things that are not good ingredients.
And Tyrion will go through and make a list of every single one of these things. Specifically, like some of the mushrooms that the Fae probably thought were perfectly safe that might, for example, have psychedelic effects for the Fae, but would be catastrophically fatal if ingested by a mortal or anything of the like, and come back in about, I would say, probably take about an hour and hand Vok the notebook.
Hey, that red cap mushroom with the white spots definitely safe for consumption.
I
No, it isn't.
was just about to say
I
a
knew it.
whole barrel of Amanita muscaria in there that they were definitely going to put in the food.
Yeah, the entire time
question
Tyrion is
just-
screaming at the pixies, like, "What the fuck?" Not screaming at them, but like,
Mhm.
you had to know. You had to know that this was not. This is poison.
There's a very
Well,
important question that we all need to ask ourselves, though, is if anything that Tyrion ate in that kitchen is an aphrodisiac.
Roll a flat. No, Constitution save, I think, is the best one for
Oh,
this.
like that box has a skull and crossbones on it. That is obviously rat poison.
You said
Well,
a
that's-
con save.
hmm
Yeah, that's for poisoning any of those summer rats that tried to get into my kitchen.
27, you're
Speaking
good.
of that, has there been anybody from the summer court that has
But
like
it's
made
also
it
a white
into
powder
here?
that you should not keep next to the flour. Anyway.
Tyrion comes back and he just has a half chub because he got really deep into the chocolate.
What were you
believe it.
asking? I'm so sorry. Top Gun?
I was saying anyway. Has there been anybody from the summer court that have came here that tried to get you to join their side?
I mean, when you're as old as I am, you get offers every now and then. But like I said to the Silence, through word and deed, the lady has earned my loyalty.
I don't mean like they're trying to make you a turncoat. I mean more like have they talked to your lady, say, "Do you want to join us?" or something like that.
In regards to the war?
Yeah. Or have you guys decided this to be straight neutral or not neutral, but
Well, Vok himself likely has not been approached directly, but Vok would relay that.
Well, you said that it was brought up to like all of the courts, right?
Yes.
Vok
So
would-
there was a convening of the courts where all of the highest ranking nobles, so the king of the Unseelie, the queen of summer, the king and queen of winter, the monarch of spring. What seasons did I not say yet? The monarch of fall.
winter.
No, winter was the king and queen of winter. Summer, winter, Unseelie. No, Unseelie I said is king. The queen of the Seelie. I believe that was all 6 courts. No, goblin. The king of the goblin court. Convene every once in a while to hold court together where they make Fey-wide decisions. In one of these meetings, the spring and summer court posited this alliance with the demons in order to take over hell, essentially. In that meeting, they came to a conclusion across all of the Fey courts after much debate that they would make this alliance. So the entirety of Fey is above board in support of the alliance with the demons. How the Fey, or how each of the courts feel behind closed doors is up for debate. Other than, of course, the spring and summer court, who are the ones that posited this deal. Oh, excuse me, so sorry. Are obviously in support of it, or else they wouldn't have proposed it.
I guess the better question would be, how does your lady feel about it?
My lady was the one who sent me to our group to aid them in their endeavor of restoring balance. The king's direct words were that the Unseelie would agree to send supplies and aid in the endeavor. He has at no point expressed his own personal approval. And part of my purpose in assisting you is to find out what actually happened that caused this whole debacle to begin with.
I see.
or Rena had enough. Rena had another thought about the changeling stuff,
Mhm.
and I think I might have. I think I might have made some connections, but I'm going to verbalize them. Mephistopheles had a contract with my mentor that in exchange for immortality would send students as sacrifices to Mephistopheles. But if a whole lot of students went missing, that would raise questions.
Oh, boss.
So I am wondering if since Mephistopheles has sided with the Fae based on the contract we found of his and the items he had, did he set up a contract with my mentor to get sacrifices from my home in order to replace them with changeling agents in order to steal information and supplies from my homeland to aid this New World Order plan?
And with that, we're going to go ahead and take our break. We will be back in like 10, 15 minutes. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you soon. welcome back, everybody. We have returned and are preparing to head to the office of the Lady of the Moonless Hunt to claim our rewards. Is there anything that you all need to get done before we leave Vox House and walk down the hallway to the office?
I think Arena's good.
With this look around, basically.
Lock is good to go.
Beautiful. I'll take the silence then as a cue to move to here. As you all enter into the office, the door is cracked, as it usually is when you approach. And you enter to find the Lady of the Moonless Hunt going through a big pile of her stuff, holding it up, looking at it, and going, "Does this spark joy?" Setting it down in a pile. "Does this spark joy?" Putting it into a chest. You've returned. That was rather quick. I was not expecting you back so soon.
Boats are a hell of a vehicle.
Get it? Because it's a boat from hell.
You see Vok just briefly rub his face before putting his hand back down.
Tyrion is doing the exact same thing.
She turns and looks at you, Vok, inquisitively, like, I don't get it. But...
It is a joke. The boat is piloted by
Death.
some undead creature from hell.
The urge to summon a hell cycle and run like on top of these two is very strong.
There's no water in here. I would summon the boat.
I see. Well, I have compiled some of my treasures into this chest for you all. You are welcome to take up to 3 each for the completion of your trial. And doing so well, I unfortunately was not able to bear parting with any of my weapons or armor, but I do believe that these trophies will be more than enough compensation. And I am happy to give you a recommendation for any weapons or armor that you need made. And if you guys click on this little chest, you can go look through all the items.
Just make sure you move your character over next to it, otherwise it doesn't let you click.
Oh, it won't let you click on it
Or
from
you can
far
just
away?
double.
Nope, that's
You can
still
double
visible.
click it.
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
I'm trying to view the item, but it says I do not have sufficient permissions to view the items.
Whoa.
Same.
Why? What does it look like for you guys?
You can come over
Can
and
we see all the
look.
items?
You are
Oh yeah.
10 feet away.
Oh, it will only let you see the list. It won't let you actually click on them to see what they say. If I do that,
Yeah.
does that do something?
Nope.
Nope.
That's odd. I can enter and grab stuff.
Oh, you can
Yeah,
grab
but it
stuff,
doesn't. You
but
click on it and see what the item.
you should not be able to grab stuff either. Let me...
Oh, that's
Or you should be able to grab stuff, but not without it leaving the chest. So, let me see if I did something wonky here. Configure required item properties? No. No, put that back.
don't know if Tyrion has permission to put it back.
Enable item inspect. Clicking item names will open the item sheet. Yes. It's enabled. It should be working.
I can put it back. But I also I wanted to see if I could put it in my inventory and look at it. And I could.
Okay, now try that.
Still says we do not have sufficient permission information to view sheet for this item.
What the heckerino? Open sheet. Oh, maybe this might be the issue. Yes, observer. Has that changed anything? Yes, it did. There you go.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, that has fixed it.
And then I did only put a little above table blurb on what different items are. And then the explanation that the Lady of the Moonless Hunt would give you. She will not allow you to identify these items before taking them.
Uh-huh. See, the thing called the Hollow Codex seems like something that I would take.
I mean, I already took the kettle and the teacup, so
I have taken the Oathfire brand and the First Stag's Tack.
How many items are we taking again?
3.
up to 3.
3.
Up to 3.
I'll take the grave bell. I'm surprised you didn't take the shoes, Tyrion.
No, they are. I am eyeing them very, very heavily. I just want to have everybody to have ample opportunity to look at everything before I just go grabbing stuff. I might have some insider trading knowledge to know that those two specific items that I already took are class specific for Tyrion.
Yes. Because Tyrion was not supposed to be able to make it today, so I was gonna have him pick his items before the session, but then ended up being able to make it.
Okay, so silver margin tabs are completely right up my alley.
Does anybody want the shoes of the Hair King, or can I take those?
I don't.
Okay. What is this? Wait, maybe I'm misreading this. Is it tattoo?
Which one? The Heartwood brand?
Yeah.
Yes, the Heartwood brand is a tattoo. And then there was something else. Oh, the other brand, the Oathfire brand, I believe, was
It's a tattoo for your sword.
Yes, a tattoo for a sword.
But that's mine.
Yes, is paladin specific.
I still have one more thing to pick.
Okay, I got my 3.
Hmm. take the briar step anklet, so it's harder for the Lady of the Moonless Hunt to hunt me.
Oh wait! I just realized I said it gives you the lucky feet. I'm grabbing that. I just was been paying attention to that. I'm putting the shoes back. How do you put things back?
Drag and
You can just
drop.
go into your inventory and drop it back in. Also, it says the chest is dead. Is this a fucking mimic? Does your lady keep a dead mimic that she just keeps her stuff in?
That is entirely possible.
Is not a mimic. It just in order to make it clickable, it has to be a token, and since it has no hit points, it's dead.
It's also entirely possible that the mimic is not in fact dead, it is still alive, and she has just intimidated it into obedience.
You know what?
looks like
Honestly,
the-
true.
Looks like the shoes of the Hair King are still there if you want to snag them, Tyrion.
Okay. I will take those.
Am I the only one left to take a third thing?
Yes. It would appear so.
Don't
Yeah, looks that way.
Who got the mirror voice choker?
Our bard. It is a bard item.
Okay.
Don't want the magical tattoo.
For
I
some
already have like I
in... Oh,
already-
sorry.
I already have a magical branding on me. I don't want to
Mhm.
fuck that up.
Yeah, and being able to essentially, I think, pass without trace on the anklets might be handy if you want to be sneaky deaky.
This is true. Take the anklets.
Yeah, and you've already got Fey ancestry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would...
So
it-
charms and fear effects.
Mm-hmm.
I already have advantage on them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. No, oh, why?
Well, the Heartwood brand also, part of its flavor text is, and in return, you become just a little harder for the dark to swallow. And that feels antithetical to Rena's whole brand.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Too much of a brand switch up.
Depends
Yep.
depends on the type of darkness, you know.
I don't know, Void is
darkness,
pretty dark.
good. Empty void darkness, good. Evil death darkness, not so good.
Yeah, two of the items on there were straight up just for specifically grave clerics. So I
Yes.
took both of those.
Yes, yes. As you have finished picking your items, the Lady of the Moonless Hunt, I see that you have all found what you take a liking to. Now, is there anything else that I can do for you?
You said that you could give us recommendations on where to get better armor or weapons.
Yes. Should you be in need of weapons, you can pay Onyx Nightbloom a visit. He is very proficient in weaponcraft. I have commissioned many of my own from him. And as far as armor, Alabaster Blackbriar is a wonderful armor smith. They occasionally have a bit of a wait list for custom commissioned items, generally speaking. However, they typically have the ability to trade for some previous commissions that were not picked up, or standard stock that they keep should the creative spirit take them to create something.
thank you very much for that information. No, I definitely think I want to get my weapon swapped out for something a little less hell-coded.
You see that she gets a great big sharp tooth grin.
Oh, I said thank you. God damn it.
She does not seem to jump on it.
I've been so careful about that.
I will allow you
Vok-
one for free.
Everybody gets one.
Vok is free to say it as much as he likes because he already works for her.
Exactly, yes. In some ways, you technically are her.
So, yeah, and in some ways you are technically her, so it would be like her thinking herself.
Vok can't really get any more in debt with her. It can't really happen. Even though he's not really in debt to her, he just works for her.
Yes. If there is nothing else that you need me for, I suspect it would be best if you all made your way, became acquainted with your new treasures, and continued pursuing the path that you were previously on. As she says that, she does give a little bit of a side eye to Top Gun again.
I would smile at her and wave. Lady, before I go, I felt like I should offer you something for your hospitality and letting me be here and attend you in your games. From my understanding, you enjoy games, correct?
She tilts her head to the side. I would like you to make me a persuasion check.
Normal?
Yes.
Can I use a luck coin right now?
You can.
Why is it?
You don't know what it
Why is
does, but you can.
Why?
Oh,
was it
because you
fine?
can't see it. I'm so sorry. I will reveal it. You got a 29.
Oh, dang.
The lady will tilt her head and say, as I have expressed to your party, my hospitality in this space and moment in specific is freely given, so I simply cannot accept any token.
We're the same, but thank you for considering.
The sound of everyone holding their breath.
Oh, what happened to you, Arena?
What's that?
You became
There's two of you.
I don't know
One
why
of you is mounted on the wall.
Oh, I was about to say, wait.
Oh no.
I don't know why that happened.
As
In this room, Vok positions himself like in his normal position relative to the lady, but also behind Top Gun, so that Top Gun is clearly within his field of vision should anything take off.
Do you really think
Obviously-
I'm about to go fight this demigod? You are
No.
What
No,
I'm
but
laughing
Vok
at is that
does
you just
have-
said thank you.
Yes. As
Yeah.
Top Gun says thank you, only you, Sana, hear the Lady of the Moonless Hunt lets out a bit of a snarl, but does not act. If that will be all, I believe, as I said, it is time for you all to go become acquainted with your new possession. I have much to attend to. Have a wonderful evening. Very, very
Firstly,
tight smile on that last bit.
and as always, your hospitality is appreciated.
Indeed, your lady's hospitality is well appreciated.
Vok,
And your grace is boundless. And Tyrion turns on his heel and walks out.
Yep.
Before he can say anything else.
Vok will just give an appropriate bow before leaving.
Beautiful. Where are you guys headed to? Back to your house? Become acquainted?
I guess so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. You gotta identify, right?
I do.
Let's do this thing.
I've been doing.
Hang on the way home, we should stop and find and buy some fairy wine. Unless, Vok, you just keep bottles of it around that we could restock our resident cleric so that we could, have fairy toasts readily available that aren't going to possibly hit us with random side effects.
Oh yeah,
Vok-
that's right.
Vok does have a wine cellar. The problem is that every wine in there will have a side effect.
Yes.
Like,
Feywild booze.
Vok is absolutely willing to give you a couple of vintages, but they are going to have side effects to to anyone who drinks them.
Are any of them
Should be all of
positive
us.
side
Hey,
effects?
that's fine. All of the hell ones we've been drinking have had side effects.
Yeah.
As is
Oh,
any
they-
wine that you go out to buy here.
Yeah.
Okay, well
sure,
then,
some of the benefits will be positive. Some of them will be not benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep
Okay,
in mind,
well
it
then,
takes 100 gold pieces worth of wine for each time we cast the spell.
then we will, when we get back to Vok's house, we can
Raid the wine
not
cellar.
ransack, but peruse the wine vintages to ascertain which ones might be most beneficial to use on a fairy toast, especially if we have to deal with a certain amount of side effects like we did with the different vintages from the hells.
Mm-hmm. And that is something that I will prepare for you guys to handle before next
Week on
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Okay, then in the meantime, we'll just go ahead and
Identify
because my
your
thought was we
items.
would. Yeah, my thought was use the she'll ritual cast identify. Never mind.
Yes. So you guys return to Vok's house, hole up in the center of the floor somewhere, dump all of your new loot in a pile, and Orena painstakingly one by one goes through and ritual casts identify on each of them. And since this is probably going to take the rest of our time, I think we will go ahead and end our session here, so that we don't have to be insufferable on stream with people just having to look at us silently perusing magic items. So thanks for hanging out, guys. We will see you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and happy time zone.